Welcome to my weight loss project. My name is Rolando Alfaro. This is day 42. Can you believe it? 6 weeks already doing this. 6 weeks in and out. So that is awesome. What I want to go over today is how the weekend went, and yesterday was day 42, being Monday, and how things have been going. This sort of thing is becoming a non-issue now. It's getting to a point where it doesn't even bug me anymore. I don't even think about it as a choice. So that's good. We're getting to that degree where it doesn't matter. Then the next thing that we need to worry about or we need to check is sugar. I'm trying to eat more fruit instead of processed sugars like candy bars, sugar, chocolate, whatever it is. That's also becoming a non-issue at this point. And the last one is, keeping my fast times. The noon, 8 p.m. to noon the next day. That's actually not even an issue. That's just a given. So these things that we started off, they're becoming habits now. Slowly, they have become habits, and they're becoming habits that I've been able to keep up, that are easier for me to keep up. Am I the best at it? No, I'm not. Am I better than before? Yes, very much so. And that's what we want. We want progress, because I'm not doing this for, 3 months and, oh, look at how much weight I lost in 3 months. I'm not. No. I'm doing this until I get healthy again, until I can go down screaming down the mountain on my mountain bike. Until I can go rock climbing again. That's what we're going for here. Those are the things I want to go do again that I was doing before, but because of inactivity and other things, life, we'll just name it that generic term, I haven't been able to do it anymore. I haven't made good choices with my life in the past few years. So now we got to pay the piper and get it done. Simple as that. We can't think that there's not going to be a price for anything. There's always going to be a price to pay for what we want. Whether that's a good price, bad price, consequence, whatever you want to call it, there's always something attached to it. There is nothing free. There is no thing as a free lunch. Everything has little hooks and strings attached. The result of all those years of me not doing anything, I'm having a heck of a time getting back in shape, and getting all this done. When we say pain, there's no pain, no gain. And that's actually kind of true, because how hard is it to just sit, watch TV, play video games, read a book? Super easy. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. You're not doing anything. You're just using your eyeballs, Now, on the other hand, how hard is it to go work out with a trainer, to watch what you eat, to cut out foods that you've been eating all the time. All of a sudden, they're not good foods, and you're kind of addicted to them, because, let's be honest, your sugar is a drug. It's the most potent drug we know of. A lot of people say it's even stronger than heroin. I've never had heroin, so I can't really compare. Nor am I going to go try it so I can have a good comparison point. I'm not going to do that. But anyways, there's always a price tag attached to what we're doing. In my case, that price tag causing me right now the ability to go do things, the ability to run around in the park with my kid, it's taking that from me. That's the price that I'm paying. And on top of that, I'm also paying the price of having to get back into it. But that's more of a natural consequence to my action. Get out of shape. What do you have to do to get back in shape? Pain and gain. So, let's not think, that everything's a freebie, or that, everything comes easy. No. Everything has a price tag. And it's just, what are we willing to pay to get that done? And that can apply to any aspect of your life. So, whatever it is that you're doing, whether you want to read a book, you want to climb and summit Kilimanjaro, you want to go running for 20 miles, whatever it is, you can apply that to this, because there's always going to be a price tag with whatever you want to do. I've read a lot of self-help books over the past 2.5 years, which is what brought me to being able to do this now, or giving me the idea, or the oomph, if you will, to do this. My life has changed dramatically because of it, so I would suggest the same for you. And you've heard me quote books here before, but reading is such an important thing for us to do. I drive around a lot with what I do for a living. I'm in my car quite a bit. So I have an Audible account, and I have a ton of books in there. Not all of them are going to be inspirational, get better, do better, success. Some of them are sci-fi, some are fantasy. All right, get over it. I did. Um, so we get that from there. We realize that sometimes we get so inside our heads that we can't really find a way out. And sometimes a good book can help you, whatever that book is. Pick your poison. There's so many good books out there. Just pick one, that'll help you find. Go to Amazon, see what you like, click around, and you'll find something. Get a book to get outside of your head, or to help you, give you that mental edge, or to give you that a little extra push, or just to encourage you that you can. Because sometimes words are not, from people are not enough. Sometimes you have to get that in your head first. So I encourage you to do that. Get it done. It's fun. You'll enjoy it. Also, going with this price to pay, and that comes with anything in life. Whatever you're doing, there's always a trade-off. There's an opportunity cost. I got trained as an economist. That's what I got my degree in. So I tend to think an opportunity cost. Like, if I'm doing this, what's it costing me here for me not doing that? Like at work, do I spend time dealing with this low yield, or do I go here, which is higher yield? What am I losing out on? What are the benefits, the pros, the cons? So when you put things in that perspective, spending time with the family, spending time with your kid, at what cost? What are you sacrificing to spend time with your family? What are you sacrificing when you're not spending time with your family? What are you sacrificing when you're sitting on the couch? What are you sacrificing when you're going out and working out? What are you giving up to do those things? We only have 24 hours in the day. And so does the rest of the world. Every human being on this planet has the same time that you and I do. The difference is, what do they do with their time that we're not doing with ours? I'm talking about the successful people. The Elon Musks, the Warren Buffetts, Jeff Bezos. All these huge guys, they started off little with a dream and an idea, and they sacrificed a lot to get there. Their price tags were huge, and they paid them. And so what are we willing to sacrifice? I read this book. It was called what was it called? The Power of Broke by Daymond John. Great book. I'll put a link on it on here. And so Daymond John, he's in the Shark Tank. He founder of Fubu, billionaire. But he didn't become a billionaire just because people liked him, or he hustled, he worked, and he sacrificed. And so in this book, he's talking about how he did things to get to where he's at. That sometimes not having money is the best way to go. But anyways, the point of this is, he was working so much, he was hustling, as he puts it. And his buddies, they'd be like, "Hey man, we haven't seen you in the club, dude. What's going on? Hey, where have you been? We haven't seen you in the club no more." And Daymond John's response was like, "Well, dude, I don't see you at the bank either. I'm sitting there cashing checks, but I don't see you there either." And that made me laugh. Because sometimes, that's true. We let other people, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to go hang out with so-and-so. Oh, I'm going to go do this." And we let those things take away from what we really should be doing. I'm not saying don't have fun, don't have friends. No, we need that. We're social creatures. At least I am. If anybody who knows me knows that. That's not a welcome secret. But anyways, there's a time and a place for everything. What are we giving up to do what we need to do? For me, I need to give up all that sugar, all that junk, because it is junk at the end of the day, let's be honest, to get better, so that I can have a better relationship, better life, and more fun with my kid and my wife. So that's the point of this. I'm sacrificing those things, and that's not even a sacrifice. I'm exchanging those things for this. So that's what I'm doing with my time. And like Jen, my friend, we're chatting back and forth over Facebook. She was having a hard time because her grandma passed, and I'm sorry, my condolences. I had a family member pass not too long ago too. But I tend, like her, I tend to eat when I'm emotional, when I'm worried, when I'm happy. Whatever it is, it's always with food. When we celebrate, what do? I cook. What do you want to eat? Let's go eat something. Let's go make something. I had a great day. Woohoo! You know what? Let's go to a special dinner. Anniversary. Let's go to dinner. What am I making you? My wife's birthday. Sweetheart, what do you want me to cook for you? So my world revolves around food. And so, when she was saying that she was having a hard time, and even though she still lost a pound, which is amazing, almost a pound, which is great. Despite her going through this emotional turmoil, she still kept herself on track. That's awesome. Because that's the way we should all be. And I'm taking her example. So when I get knocked around by life, I gotta keep going. When my father-in-law passed last couple months ago, it was really tough. I've never really had a father figure. My dad, he hasn't been around. Last time I saw him was in 1990. And so this man, kind of gave me some direction, and it was hard. And it sucked, but we gotta move on. And so I can only imagine what she's going through, and I can tell you, dude, that would be nice where I'll just sit there and I would grab a bowl and just have some cereal. Just not even because I was hungry, it's just because I don't know what else to do. And we gotta stop that type of behavior. So thanks for sharing that, Jen. I really appreciate it. And let's keep going for better. That's the whole point of this. We live in the U.S., right? We're supposed to have the American dream. What's part of that American dream? To be able to do things, have fun. We live in a country that we can do a lot of things in. Government, I'm not going to get into that. We're not even going to talk about it, but, it's a country where you can still do a lot of things that you can't in other countries, and that's the bottom line. The freedoms that we still have here are way better than anywhere else that you see on this planet. So let's take advantage of it. I appreciate you guys joining me. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. As usual, I love hearing from you guys. And take care. Bye.